Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence.
Coming up today on HHS In Depth, a Homestead teacher lost his battle with cancer in January. We will remember Mr. Steverson and the legacy he left here at Homestead.
Along with a story over Homestead's co-op program and how students at Homestead can earn class credit just by going to their part-time jobs around school hours.
Plus in sports, multiple sports teams began their postseason this past week. I'll get you caught up later in Down to the Wire.
Those stories coming to you today, only on HHS In Depth. From Homestead Media, this is HHS In Depth.
Hello Homestead, I'm Morgan Gillette.
And I'm Sophia Virgilio. And Morgan, a few weeks ago, Homestead lost a beloved science teacher that was also the man behind bringing the robotics team to Homestead.
We start today's show with a story remembering our very own Mr. Steverson.
On January 12th, Mr. Steverson, one of our beloved science teachers here at Homestead, lost his fight to lung cancer. Mr. Steverson impacted countless lives of both student and faculty, especially those of the robotics team, Olympus Robotics, the team founded by Mr. Steverson in 2014.
Deep down, he was a really kind person, and he loved his family and his students.
And if there was any teaching moments, he always would jump at them and try and teach us. And he just always tried to help everyone no matter what. No matter he was having a bad day, he was just always there for everyone.
He just was a really smart guy, and he had a lot to say, a lot of knowledge to share, and he gave a lot of that knowledge to our team and helped turn Olympus Robotics into what it is. And I don't know, I just can't thank him enough for the things that he did.
He spent hours after school with us, and hours driving us to competitions and watching the competitions. And I think it's very obvious that he cared a lot about the team as a whole, and just passing down his experience and knowledge to us, I think was really important to us.
When I was teaching coding, he personally came up to me after, I think it was the first lesson, and it was okay, so I'm very happy that you're actually taking the time to explain stuff in depth, but you could do this to get people more engaged, or you could do this to make it easier to understand what was happening. So he was just a general advisor for literally anything you wanted to do. He would find a way to help make it better.
Talking with him, you could figure out a solution to anything. You could walk through a problem with him, and by the end of it, you would have thought through your own solution. He just had a way of connecting with people and making you feel seen, making your ideas feel heard, and understand your ideas completely. He would advocate for you, and he would be your biggest supporter. Even if he didn't say it, you knew that he was there for you.
And that was the utmost thing. Whether they were in his class or whether they were on the robotics team, he loved his students. And if I can provide some advice for anybody, I know as high school students, you have friends, and some of those friends are going to remain lifelong friends, and some of them are not. And you're going to have new friends as you progress through life. And I think the biggest thing is enjoy your friendships while you have them, because life is too unpredictable for you to take anything for granted. Enjoy those friendships, enjoy the time that you have together.
Thank you for the story. Well, during their high school years, many students get their first job.
For seniors, co-op is a program where students can get a mix of classroom learning along with going to a job to explore career opportunities.
HHS In-Depth reporter Jaron Ellis is in now to tell you more.
With scheduling happening over the last few weeks, some juniors may be wondering what their options are for senior year. Outside of the internship and senior experience program, students also have the option of being in co-op.
So co-op is a class at Homestead High School where students get 1 credit for the classroom and 2 credits for working a part-time job. They have to average around 15 hours a week, and they get to pick their place of employment. During class, co-op students, we do a wide variety of things, but it's real-world applications. In the co-op side, their employers grade them on the job. They get a grading sheet, and they go through and fill out an evaluation form, and the students do paperwork along the way, so their 2-credit co-op grade is based on their employer, and the classroom grade is based on our activities in class.
Additionally, some students of co-op had some advice for students interested in the program.
So I work at the Kelly Automotive Car Wash, and what I like about co-op is how you get out of school early, and it allows you to have free time because you don't have to necessarily work after school. You can just stay at home and chill if you would like and get your homework done.
So if you don't have a job currently, co-op gives a good opportunity to go out and get experience of having a job. And getting this job, you also can get money as well from just getting a job, and it's overall just a good experience.
If you would like to join co-op next school year or have any additional questions, make sure to let your counselor know during scheduling or email Mr. McNeil at the email address shown here. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Jaron Ellis.
Even though we are now beyond last week's snowfall, temperatures took a big nosedive this week. But will it be just as cold this weekend? I'll be back later to let you know.
Welcome back to HHS In Depth.
Welcome back, students who have started new courses this semester that offer dual credit from Ivy Tech. You need to be sure to complete all steps towards being correctly registered, enrolled, and qualified for your new spring courses. All steps that are posted in your Class of Canvas course must be completed prior to the February 14th deadline. Even returning Ivy Tech students need to be sure to enroll in this semester's courses via their dual enroll accounts. Contact Mr. Clark with any questions at the email address shown here.
Congratulations goes out to our speech and debate team. 2 weekends ago, our Spartan debaters competed at NSDA districts in congressional debate. Junior Anna Heck placed 6th in the House, while senior Michelle Obiyama and Madeline Vong placed 1st and 2nd respectively. The 2 seniors qualified for Speech and Debate Nationals, which are being held in Arizona this year.
The Eliminate Illiteracy Drive here at Homestead has collected 11,552 supplies. And this past Wednesday, the items were donated to the Literacy Alliance, where they will be used to help low-income families. Thank you to all who donated.
On Saturday, January 21st, the Homestead Quiz Bowl team competed in the area competition here at Homestead. The team took 3rd place in the competition. Congratulations to all the members of the team.
The Super Bowl is not only played on the gridiron. Go join the Homestead Academic Super Bowl team. Students can compete in English, science, fine arts, social studies, and math. If you are interested, contact Mr. Staley, Mrs. Witt, Mr. Dillman, or Mr. Colglazer.
Even though the dance team's competitive season has barely begun, it's already time for them to host their own competition. Megan Kelly brings you a story on the dance team's season so far, as well as the 25th year of Homestead Dance Invitational we host tomorrow.
Homestead's dance team has an impressive reputation, with both groups earning 1st place in jazz and high in hip-hop as well. This Saturday, the dance team at Homestead is hosting its dance competition for the 25th year.
It's been really great so far. We've gotten some of the highest jazz scores at this point in the season that we've ever gotten in a long time. Hip hop's been doing pretty good too, and then our ensembles have been doing well. I would just say I'm really excited for the season. Me, my other captains, Grayson and Catherine, we work really hard to keep our team going strong, and I think we're all really excited, and we've been doing great so far. So I hope it just keeps going.
I'm really excited to just perform with all my friends because I'm really close with all the people on my team, and it's really fun to just dance together. I really like our dances. I love the songs, and the costumes are really nice, and I think it's really fun to perform them.
For the season overall, I just think we're really strong this season, and we have a really good mix of people, so I'm just excited to see where it takes us, and hopefully we can do better this year.
Our competition is called the Homestead Dance Invitational, and it is our 25th anniversary. At the Homestead competition, us students are usually the ones helping set up the competition. We are taking the different schools to their classrooms and helping them find where they need to go. And we do perform, but we do not compete. We are exhibition. Since it's at home, we can't compete because it gives us an unfair advantage.
I mean, personally, as a senior, it's like our senior recognition night. So we do senior recognition after the competition, and we all choreograph a senior dance that we get to perform for everybody. And I've heard there's some surprises that we don't know about yet, but I'm excited to see what happens with that.
Miss Lombardo says that there are over 50 alumni attending this Saturday, and all of it would not have been possible without Mrs. Bay. She has put on a celebration for all of our past alumni. Not only do the JV and varsity teams perform, but so do Champions Together.
Champions Together is our special needs dance team that we formed about 4 years ago, and it has made quite a bit of a comeback since COVID. So it's very fun. They performed at a game, and they'll perform also at state.
Be sure to come out this Saturday to support all the groups and see our dance team in action. For HHS In Depth, I'm Megan Kelly.
Thanks, Megan. Each Friday, this newscast is created by a class enrolled within the Homestead Media program. But HHS In Depth is just one fraction of what makes the digital media program at Homestead so unique. To learn more about all things Homestead Media, here's HHS In Depth reporter Joel McChesney.
Many students have probably seen Homestead Media working in some way, shape, or form. With scheduling for next year in full gear, joining a media class may be just for you.
When I was in 8th grade, my language teacher was actually showing me a list of electives that we could choose from in high school, and she showed us the school's video announcements, and I just thought, wow, these look so polished. I would love to do something like that. So my freshman year, I signed up for Intro to Radio and Television.
Homestead media classes are the best classes you could take at Homestead. Once you get into the advanced levels, they will completely change the way you do things. You'll develop a work ethic, you'll develop problem solving. You have to work with other people. That is probably the biggest thing that I've taken away. And you just get to see a side of Homestead that not a lot of people really get to see.
After taking Intro to Radio and Television, the program opens up many different advanced classes students can pursue.
I've always been interested in this journalism and media industry field, but I didn't really know if I wanted to do this or not, so I tried the intro class for radio and TV, and I've actually enjoyed the radio part aspect so much that I decided to join the radio class.
Homestead Live is a student-ran media group where we have every single student in the program that wants to broadcast all of our basketball games, football games. Before, I was a camera operator my freshman year, and then I worked my way up to switcher my sophomore and junior year, and then this year as a senior, I am what you call a producer, which is just someone who oversees the entire broadcast and puts everything into our streaming software called OBS. An upcoming basketball, football game, or whatever we're doing, you can always talk to Mr. Schinkel if you want to get involved. You know, we have a lot of roles that we need to be filled, and it's one of the greatest things here we have at Homestead, and we're proud of what we do, and we are the best at what we do.
Lead teacher Mr. Schenkel wanted to encourage students to check out the program as new opportunities are always on the horizon.
With Homestead Media, it's the future that I'm looking forward to, because really if you go back 3 or 4 years or so, there are things we're doing now that we never even imagined that we'd be doing. So with all the new technology, and that's new hardware, new software that's coming about, we're incorporating that into the program, and there are things that we'll be doing in 3 or 4 years from now that I can't even imagine what we'll be doing.
If you have any questions about the class or simply want more information on how to get involved, email Mr. Schenkel at the address seen here, or talk to your counselor. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Joel McChesney.
Thanks, Joel. Well, it's been very cold this week, but at least we didn't get all that snow like we saw last week.
Graham DeWitt joins us now to tell us about tonight and the rest of the weekend's forecast.
Thanks, Morgan and Sophia. We're looking at some very cold weather, as it will only top out at 16 degrees today. For those of you wanting an excuse to stay inside your house all night, this would be what you were looking for. However, it seems that this cold snap isn't going to last all that long. This weekend is setting up to be cloudy throughout, while the high on Saturday more than doubles the high that we're seeing today. On Sunday, will take us all the way back up into the 40-degree range. Will we continue to see temperatures shoot up into the 40s, or will they fall back down below 20? I'll return later to give you a rundown of what to expect for next week.
Thanks, Graham. Next in Down to the Wire, Sean Ross is in to recap what took place over the last week for our winter sports teams, including the sectional opener that went all the way to the final buzzer down in Huntington for our girls basketball team.
Stick around, you're watching HHS In Depth.
Hello, Homestead. Here's this week's Club Roundup. Come on out to the next Minority Student Union meeting this Friday after school in room 611, Dr. Robinson's room. Come on down to Environmental Club Monday after school in Mrs. Merklin's room, 206. Come on out to the next Students for Life meeting Tuesdays until 3:15 in Mr. Tucky's room, room 503. Come to Film Club in room 614 next Tuesday after school. They'll be watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Model UN meets Tuesdays in Mrs. Warfield's room, room 713. Chicken Nugget Club meets next Tuesday in room 208 right after school. Biomedical Science Club meets next Wednesday from 2:45 to 3:30 in room 950B. To get up-to-the-minute club updates and additional information, please check out the HHS announcements page on campus.
Welcome back to Down to the Wire. I'm Sean Ross. This week was sure an eventful week for Homestead Athletics, starting with the incredible sectional game last Tuesday between Columbia City and Homestead. Allie Stevens was firing from deep early to give Homestead a 4-point lead heading into the half. Then, in the second half, both Columbia City and Homestead went back and forth to combine it for 18 total lead changes. With 5 seconds to go, Addie Baxter put in a backdoor layup to give Columbia City a 2-point lead. It seemed over for the Spartans, but wait, Maya Epps draws the 3-point shooting foul as the clock expired. Down by 2, 3 free throws on the way, and Maya Epps, the freshman, sank every single one to send Homestead to the next round of sectionals. Last Saturday, our number 2 ranked girls gymnastics team won the 30th Chesterton Invite over great competition. Freshman Julian Krieger won the all-around with a score of 37.925. Gina Zarelli finished second in the all-around, and Kendall Bond finished 5th in the all-around. Overall, the team recorded a season high of 112.05 and will compete next Wednesday at Carroll. The wrestling team won the New Haven sectional last week. This is the first back-to-back sectional championship season since 1997 and 1998. Both Easton Arsini and Aaron Kistler won their weight classes at sectionals. Congratulations to the boys and good luck at regionals tomorrow. Homestead also had quite a few big signings this week across all sports. Jillian Lennon will take her next 4 years of rowing to the Big Ten as she signed with Rutgers on Monday. Tight end Grant Leeper committed and signed in the Big Ten with his commitment to Iowa, otherwise known as Tight End U, earlier this week. Grant is the first Power 5 football signee since Ben Skronik in 2016. Lastly, cousins Audrey Long and Selah Kolpin signed to Taylor University for cheerleading and volleyball. Congratulations to both girls. Tonight, the girls' basketball team will play in the sectional semifinals versus Wayne. If they win that game, they will have a rematch versus Huntington North in the sectional championship. That'll do it for this week's edition of Down to the Wire. Thank you for watching, and Graham will have a final check of the weather when we return.
Next week on HHS In Depth, reporter Matthew Otten will bring you a story informing you about the Horticulture Club and what it's all about. Catch this story and more next week.
This week is going to bring a stretch of 40-degree days, peaking at 48 on Tuesday. However, that Tuesday looks to be a rainy one, lasting throughout the day. We'll also be seeing some rain on Thursday as well. You can also expect it to be cloudy every day, continuing the trend that we have seen over the past few weeks. So far, it looks like we won't be getting 6 more weeks of winter, but you may want to be prepared for the possibility of a cold comeback, as Fort Wayne tends to have a lot of winter weather in the month of February. Morgan, Sophia, back to you.
All right, thank you, Graham. And thank you for watching today.
Good luck to all of our Homestead athletes and other performers in action this weekend.
Want to catch up with HHS In Depth beyond this news show? Check out our Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Homestead Media for updates on future shows and nationwide news.
Have a great weekend, and we will see you back here again next week.